there is a cat in my lap. So if you see my hand doing this, I'm petting a cat. Okay, so this video is all about the wants and wishes that I have of the 2024 Monster Manual that is coming out in February. I don't know what day it's coming out. I will put it in the doobly-doo below, but I'm very excited. It was the only 2024 book that I was actually looking forward to. To be completely transparent with you, I have not bought any of the 2024 books on any platforms or in real life. In fact, I probably haven't bought a book since Dasha's. I probably haven't bought a book since Dasha's. And that's mostly because Wizards made me angry, but also because I have been trying and buying stuff from third-party publishers to not only research for myself and my own growth as a third-party publisher, but also because it's cool as shit. Tomophoes is really fucking cool. So, funny enough, now Tomophoes is on D&D Beyond, and I find that very funny because I bought the PDF. But I love Tomophoes. I love third-party material. And so I was really curious as to how the 2024 Monster Manual was going to compete with that. And I actually don't think that they're trying to at all whenever it comes to the videos that I've watched so far about the Monster Manual. It seems like they more care about updating the Monster Manual and updating what currently exists and filling in the blanks of what currently exists in their own sphere instead of competing with third-party publishings. And I understand that, and I agree with that, and I think that that's perfectly fine. But, I don't know, it gets kind of as lackluster, you know? It kind of doesn't have the same fun feel that it used to, especially now that I've dabbled into third-party stuff. So what are my hopes and dreams with all of that in mind for the 2024 Monster Manual? The CR rating, the challenge rating. I don't really use the challenge rating. The only way that I really use the challenge rating is to try to narrow down roughly what pool of monsters I am pulling from for what things I am looking for. I actually have a completely different system that I can go over if you guys want of how I pick my monsters, which has to do with action economy, and it is individualized for the player characters that you are dealing with at the time. So if you are dealing with very under-leveled player characters and underpowered player characters, you can adjust the action economy that way. Or if you're dealing with very overpowered player characters, you're dealing with people who have lots of magic items, you know, you gave them too many magic items at the beginning and you're like, oh fuck, you can, adjust for that as well. So that's kind of how I do my picking. Also, there's a little bit that has to do with HP. Sometimes I'll buff HPs just to make it fit into my window because nothing fits very perfectly into the window that I am looking for. But, HP is also something that's really important to me, and having enough hit points to last more than one round. I feel like everybody wants their members of their enemy team to last more than one round. You know what I mean? Unless they're being focused. If they're being focused, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean like one hit, done like that. I definitely would say that challenge rating is the most important to me. Fixing the challenge rating system, making the challenge rating system more viable, because the way that I do it is a little inefficient. I'll say it's inefficient. So I just would hope for a more efficient way. I would hope that the way that they actually put into place actually works. And so that's kind of my number one on my list. The second thing on my list, which is also equally as important to me, is that I have noticed through my playing and with my player characters in several parties that levels 5 through 8, but sometimes 5 through 10, but really, really levels 5 through 8, you can't fucking find good trash for 5 through 8. And what I mean by trash is mob monsters. You're either going to have like 12 kobolds or 1 Balgura. You're not going to have, you're not able to have that like 3 to 5 monster ratio that seems to be a really big sweet spot whenever it comes to how many to players and how many players you have. Like 3 to 5 monsters seems to be where everybody gets a shot, everybody gets their action in, everybody has a good time, and the bad guys go down. But the bad guys don't go down so fast that you feel invincible. It's just a thing that I've noticed through the years of DMing. And I feel like levels 5 through 8, it is so difficult to try to do that. Even with my action economy system, it is so difficult to try to figure out what you need to put up against a level 6 party, a level 7 party, that will be a difficult thing, but won't wipe the floor, but also won't wipe out all their resources, but also will have enough resources for another battle. It gets very frustrating in that area, trying to get more than one fight in a long rest. And if you only do one fight per long rest, this doesn't really seem like an issue to you, but once you start spreading it out and doing multiple fights per long rest, it tends to become like an issue. And so I hate it. Supreme, if they would be able to get that out of the way, that would be something that I would be very, very grateful for. The third thing that I want is kind of a weird ask, and it is ask that is being asked because I've explored and I'm not vanilla and I do homebrew and all this kind of stuff. And really, the Monster Manual is so Eurocentric. It is so Eurocentric. It's so Norse-centric. It's so, Old English-centric. And I just would love diversity. I would love some spice. I would love some, places and some different things thrown in there from different cultures and different diverse natures. And I would just love some spice in the Monster Manual. The Monster Manual definitely feels like a pot pie, if you know what I mean, like a chicken pot pie. And I just think that it would be so much more elevated and have so much more to it if we just threw in some spice. I did see that they made a magician cyclops or a magi cyclops. That was cool as shit. I'm very excited for that. However, I do think that adding different cultures and adding different things into there would be just so cool and would really elevate D&D and elevate everything up on another level. Or at the very least, adding more monstrous monsters would allow us to really live and breathe that monster and would allow us as dungeon masters to portray that monster more efficiently and more authentically. And right now, it just feels so bland. And so I'm just hoping and praying and just a little spice. Just a little spice. Yeah, so those are my big 3 asks for the Monster Manual 2024. I have to be really, really honest with you. I don't know if I'm planning on purchasing it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm going to purchase it. It's the other books. I don't plan on purchasing any of the other books, nor do I plan on switching to 2024 anytime soon. I did talk to my players about it for my home campaign, and they all said, no, we just learned 2014. Please do not make us switch. And I said, okay, that's totally fine. We don't have to switch. And so I don't really know anyone that's playing 2024 D&D, or 5.5 as I call it. I don't know anyone that's playing 2024 D&D. I don't know anyone that's playing that actually bought the new player's handbook or bought the new DMG. I do have access to it on D&D Beyond, but that's because I'm in someone's campaign that has access to it. Yeah, I don't really know anyone. So if you've purchased 2024, or better yet, if you've played in 2024, can you tell me how it is and tell me if you like it and if it's so buttery smooth as it seems like it's supposed to be? Because it seems like that's what they wanted. They wanted it to be buttery smooth and have no, not no crunch, but no hiccups to it. And I don't know. It feels weird. So I would absolutely love your input on that. I would love to know that if you've bought the 2024 books, and I would love to know if you are purchasing the Monster Manual, because I'm hopefully purchasing it, and I would love to be able to talk about it with you. Thank you so much for watching the video. Here is Cat Tax. If you would like to see more of me, or if you would like to see my own creations, all the links are in the doobly-doo. I appreciate every single one of you for hanging out and being cool. And as always, you can always join the Discord. Uskar Emberhelm and Alex Emberhelm, say goodbye.